All right, we are back with example number 3. Now, this is a business application. So, let's go ahead and read it. Daisy's Flowers sell a rose bouquet for $39.95 plus $2.95 for every rose. A competing florist sells a similar bouquet for $26 plus $4.50 for every rose. Find the number of roses that would make both the florist bouquets cost the same price. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out what's our variable, what's the thing that we don't know. Well, if we look at the question, it says find the number of roses. So that's what we don't know. So that's going to be our variable. So let's say let R equal number of roses. And then what else does it say in the equation? It says find the number of roses that would make both florist bouquets cost the same price. So what that means is they want Daisy's Flowers bouquet cost to equal a competing florist. So we'll just say competing florist bouquet cost. So that's what they want to know. How many roses, when they sell it from this company and this company, will the cost be the same? Well, to figure that out, we need to be able to write the total cost of Daisy's Flowers and write the total cost of the competing florist bouquet. So let's look at that information. Daisy's Flowers bouquet cost. So in the equation, it says Daisy's Flowers sells a rose bouquet for $39.95 plus $2.95 for every rose. So Daisy's Flowers sells a rose bouquet. That means that is what the total cost is, okay? For $39.95 plus, so it's going to be $39.95 plus $2.95 for every rose, and we defined rose as R for the number of roses. So that is the total cost for Daisy's Flowers. Now we want this to equal the competing florist bouquet's cost. Well, let's figure out how would we write this information, the competing florist bouquet costs. Well, let's look in the problem. In the problem, it states that a competing florist sells a similar bouquet for $26 plus $4.50 for every rose. So this is where we get that information. So it says a competing florist sells a similar bouquet for, so those words are just referring to the cost for the bouquet for $26 plus $4.50 per rose for every rose. So every rose costs $4.50. So if you put a 1 in there, they sold 1 rose, it would be $4.50 for that one. Of 2 roses, it would be $4.50 times, 2 plus the 26, obviously. But here we go. This is the total cost for Daisy's Flowers, and this is the total cost for the competing florist. We want to figure out when those two costs equal the same, because in the problem it said, find the number of roses that would make both florist bouquets cost the same price. When you read that, cost the same price, that means that this cost needs to equal this cost. So you set those two expressions equal to each other and then solve. So if you see, we have a variable on this side and a variable on this side. We need to get our variables on the same side. And I'm going to say let's move the smaller one. So when we have 295R and 450R, I know that 295 is smaller, so I'm going to move that over here to this side of the equation. I'm going to go over here on my side and do this little calculation. So I got 450 minus 295. So I'm going to have to borrow. Make that a 4. This is going to be 5. The 4 is not big enough, so I need to borrow again. And that would be a 5. And 3 minus 2 would be 1. So that cancels. We're left with 39.95 equals 26, and 450R minus 2.95R is, we did that up here, that's a positive 1.55R. Okay, now we just need to figure out what this R is. So we're going to subtract the 26 to both sides, and I'm going to go ahead and do this up here. 39.95 minus 26. 0, 0, 5, 9, and then 3 and 1. So that equals 13.95 equals 1.55R. We're still trying to isolate R and get it by itself. It's multiplied by 1.55, which means we need to divide both sides by 1.55. And I need to do this. Okay, so we have 13.95 divided by 1.55, and remember, whenever you're dividing by decimals, you can never divide by decimals, so we have to make this not a decimal. We're going to move this over 2 places and move this over 2 places. So that becomes 155 divided by 1,395. Now, can 155 go into 1? No. Can it go into 13? No. Can it go into 139? No. Can it go into the whole thing? Yes. How many times? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's think about this as 150 going into maybe 1,400. So 150, I'm going to round that to 1,400, and this is going to be like 150. So 150 would go into 150, and then it would be, what? 150 plus 150 would be 300. That would be 2, and then it would be 450, and then it would be, what would it be? 450 plus 150 would be, what would it be? 600, and then 750. What would be after 750? It would be 900, would be 6 times 900, and then 1,050, and then another one would be 1,050. 1,050, you're making me think. It would be 1,200, and then 1,250. I'm thinking 9. Let's try 9. Let's try 9. Okay, so 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 4 would be 45 plus 4 would be 49. 49, right? 49, 4, and then 9 plus 1 would be 4. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 4 would be 13. And hey, there we go, no remainder. It goes in 9 times. Awesome. So 9 equals R, or R equals 9. And what this means is that find the number of roses that would make both florist bouquets cost the same. Well, when this Daisy's Flowers sells 9 roses, and when the competing florist bouquet sells 9 roses, and you stick 9 in for both of those, you are going to get the same amount. Okay, so the answer is 9 roses. Perfect. Now it is time for you to go ahead and check it out, example 3, which says Maria's gift basket sell a muffin basket for $22 plus $2.25 for every balloon. A competing service sells a similar muffin basket for $16 plus $3 for every balloon. Find the number of balloons that would make both gift basket companies' muffins baskets. Did I say that gift basket companies' muffin baskets cost the same price? All right. It's time to pause it, work this out, and we will see you in a little bit. All right, see ya. Good luck. You can do it. All right, Maria's gift basket sells a muffin basket for $22 plus $2.25 for every balloon. A competing service sells a similar muffin basket for $16 plus $3 for every balloon. Find the number of balloons. So what's our variable? The number of balloons. So let's say let B equal number of balloons. That would make both gift basket companies' muffin baskets cost the same price. Okay, so we want both of those gift basket companies costing basket costs the same price. So what do we have? We have Marla's gift baskets. So that means that Marla's gift baskets cost needs to be the same as, what's the other one? A competing service. Okay, so a competing, gift basket cost. Okay, we need both of those to be equal. That's what it means. Make both gift basket companies muffin baskets cost the same price. They need to be equal. So let's go ahead and figure out how do we write the cost for Marla's gift basket. So if we look up here, Marla's gift basket sells a muffin basket for, so this is her information, for $22 plus $2.25 for every balloon. So that is just 22 plus, you just do what it says, $2.25 for every balloon. So that's $2.25 times the number of balloons that are sold, and that's the cost for Marla's gift basket. Now this needs to equal the competing service cost, which is a competing service sells a similar muffin basket for $16 plus $3 for every balloon. So that would be here, competing service, this information. We need to go ahead and write that information down. So competing service cost for the muffin baskets is $16 plus $3 for every balloon. So that's 3 times B, $3 for every balloon that they sell. Okay, now we just need to do the math. We have variables on both sides. We need to get them on the same side. Move the smaller, which would be negative 2.25 to both sides. And I'm going to do that up here. I'm going to go 3 minus 2.25. And I'm going to have to borrow from that 3, make that a 10. And that's going to be 5, 7, just 75 cents. Okay, so this cancels. I'm left with 22 on this side equals 16 plus, yeah, it's positive, 0.75B. All right. And then we are going to isolate B. We got to get rid of this 16. That is, what would that be? Got to borrow 12, 6. It's going to be 6 equals 0.75. B. Divide by 0.75 to both sides. Okay, so we got to do this. So 6 divided by 0.75. And whenever we're dividing by decimals, we can never divide by decimals. So we got to make it not, so we're going to move this decimal over 2 times, move this over 2 times. Here's the new decimal, add those zeros there, and we have 75 divided by 600. 75 does not go into 6. It doesn't go into 60, so we got to figure out how many times it goes into 600. Okay. Oh, goodness. So 7 times 8 would be 56. Let's try that. 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 4, which is 60. All right, no remainder. It's 8. Awesome. So that means 8 balloons. So find the number of balloons that would make both gift basket companies' muffin baskets cost the same price. It would be 8 balloons. If they sell that many, that's what's going to make the 2 companies cost the same. All right, if you got that correct, great job. You did a wonderful job. All right, we'll see you next time.